asking me to choose my favorite book is like asking me to choose what limb to cut off. Hey literary geeks, what's up? Please excuse my hair, but I am melting. I live in Canada. Why is this happening? It's so hot out. Because we don't really know each other that well and I'm a little new around here, I thought I would do for today's Reader's Nook just a short, hopefully kind of informative video about some of my favorite authors. We'll start out with the most obvious, as it has an entire shelf dedicated to itself. Cassandra Clare. As I am Clary, I thoroughly enjoyed The City of Bones, and Clockwork Trilogy was just so beautiful to read. The relationships are so sweet and well done, and the plotline was so high stakes, and then Lady Midnight just outdid itself, so I cannot wait for the next one. Similarly, Holly Black and her dark, creepy fairy tales appeal to the inner depths of my soul. The Coldest Girl in Cold Town is probably one of my favorite vampire novels ever. The Darkest Part of the Forest was just such a unique concept, and all of her other Tithe, whatever series was the first one that really awoke my love for fairy tales. Speaking of fairies, Sarah J. Maas is also on this list with her wonderful fantasy series Throne of Glass and other fairy tale retelling series ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses. There's witches, there's magic, there's so much sass, there's kick butt stuff going on in this. Try not to swear. More fantasy, Marissa Mayer, who does Cinder, rocked my world. This was just so wonderful and had a fantastic blend of all the characters together, and the relationships were so cute, and there was so much action that happened, and it's all dystopian and spacey and fairy tales and more fantasy involved. Leigh Bardugo's Shadow and Bone series and her other companion novel series, Six of Crows. I definitely am going to be buying all of the fandom-inspired jewelry from this series. An author whose series I keep near and dear to my heart is Rick Riordan, who does both the Percy Jackson series and the Heroes of Olympus, the companion novel, plus all the Kane Chronicles and Magnus Chase ones. Oh, I love these so much. They're so wonderful, they're so sarcastic and sassy and informative. Still trying to decide who my godly parent would be. In the realm of fantasy and fantastical, I have V.E. Schwab Au, who does the Darker Shade of Magic series and Vicious. If you love anything fantasy related at all, you definitely want to check these out, especially since the characters have a way of being written that makes you like them, even if they're not really that good of people. Moving away from fantasy and into space, I have author Ernest Cline, who does the Alien video game Armada and the wonderful virtual reality dystopian Ready Player One. Ready Player One blew me away. Oh my goodness, this was just phenomenal. And I'm not like a video game kind of girl, but these two rocked my world. I really enjoyed them, and there's so many bad 80s references, it's wonderful! Still in the dystopian genre, I have Marie Lu's Legend, and I suppose her other series, The Young Elites, as well, because that was dark and it was wonderful. Great dual point of view, she pulls that off absolutely wonderfully. June is a wonderful strong female character, and Day is so interesting. I really want to just see them fight all the time, and then fall in love, and then take down some governments, you know. Last few are a couple of contemporaries, just because they have to be on the list somewhere. So I'm going to say Rainbow Roll is a wonderful contemporary writer, and Fangirl is probably one of my favorite books of all time. Her characters are just so cute, but that's not why I like the book. Like, it's not just a cutesy book. There's some real issues that she goes into in here, and the writing is just like so fun and like easy to follow, and I really enjoy these. A not young adult writer that I really like is Amy McKay, who does The Birth House and The Virgin Cure. These are absolutely wonderful. They're kind of historical fiction, and I'm not really into that kind of thing, but I was when I read these. And they're on the Canada Reads selection, so you know that they gotta be good. I could include so many others. I could say Maggie Stiefvater and Jandy Nelson and Rick Yancey and like all those other goodness. Make sure to leave down below some of the books that you really enjoy. Do you agree with me? If you do, please leave other recommendations in below. If you don't, please leave other recommendations below. I'm always looking to expand my reading. Make sure to tune in on Sunday. We are going to be discussing and talking about the book club pick of the month, which is The Naturals by Jennifer Barnes. I will see all of you next week.